Hey everybody, welcome back to the Fjord Boys Racing channel. I'm John and this is my hill climb sprint car. We're actually at a hill climb today. We're at the Weatherly Hill Climb in Weatherly, Pennsylvania. And hopefully we can get our third check mark for our license, and hopefully we can get this clutch issue sorted out. Hopefully we have that sorted out. We don't know yet. We'll see. This is the day before the race, Friday. It's check-in, setup, tech inspection, novice meeting, all that stuff is today. So we'll get that hammered out and then we'll start racing tomorrow morning. Hopefully you guys, can make it out or have made it out. But if you haven't, try to look at next year's schedule. This is our last race for the year. And hopefully you can make one of those. Anyway, I see you guys soon. So we're back at the shop, and I'm going to close out the rest of this episode here and kind of share my experience that we had at Weatherly. It was kind of crazy getting out of there, and I think I jammed up a few people, so really apologize about that. Not something that I intended on doing. But we were there to get our third check mark of 3 to get our license or permit, whichever they're called officially. But we had I guess it was a rough weekend, but it was also, we did accomplish our goal. So we did get our third check mark, but I only got 1 run in. Now this was definitely the best run I think I've had since I've done, since I started. In terms of performance, I was able to get on it a little bit more. I did have 1 hiccup in the middle of the course, and I think the fuel sloshed to one side and killed the engine, which you'll see in the video. But overall, I was kind of disappointed in the fact that we did not solve the clutch issue. Now I had the opportunity to talk to a few other racers, and we all kind of came to the conclusion that the gearing inside the transmission isn't cutting it. And then I also determined myself, based off that conversation, that the final drive gears that I was using in the rear end also were not cutting it. I completely missed the setup with that, completely missed the mark there. And I don't want to keep killing clutches. So in order to solve this issue, I'm definitely going to have the transmission rebuilt using a different gear, the first gear ratio. Just to give you a reference, our first gear ratio, I believe, is a 187. What we're going to try to go to is a 220, so a 2.20. And hopefully that will get us a little bit closer. But during the off season, our ultimate goal is to get a sequential transmission. They are very expensive. They're about $10,000 for the one that I'm looking at, which compared to other sequential transmissions like the Sedev and a few of the other ones that are out there, that is actually pretty cheap for a sequential. Now, the reason why I have to go with the one that I'm looking at, which is called the TTI box, I think I've mentioned it before, is because of the size. It is about the same size as a Muncie transmission as far as length and width, and then it also has the same mounting, and they also offer an input shaft that works with the 10 spline that I have on the back of this LS. So without further ado, here are my runs here. I'm sure you saw that that hiccup in the middle of the run. Again, that was just some fuel sloshing away from the pickup. Yes, my fuel cell does have baffles and stuff like that. I'm sure that's actually what kept it from dying out completely. But it did bog the motor down for a little bit, and then I got going, and I was just kind of taking it easy for the run. There's a couple of side impact bars that I want to add before I really start getting after it real hardcore. That was also under the advice and from the PHA themselves. So definitely need to get that done. I think it's going to be required for me to get that done before the next race. So definitely will be getting that done, and I'll show you what that entails in the future. Now, as we transition into the off season, I need to get going on the paperwork and trying to acquire some sponsorship for Pikes Peak. It's going to be pretty difficult. Excuse me. It's going to be pretty difficult to find a sponsor that can find the benefit from sponsoring a car at Pikes Peak, whether it's a local company or a national company. I'm sure that local companies around here aren't going to have any interest in it because the audience for Pikes Peak is worldwide. So hopefully we can find somebody or a company that sees value in it, sees the value in having this different platform for advertising, a different vehicle than most people are used to. And then also, that coupled with, I guess my story might be pretty interesting for a sponsor to come on board. So if you know any companies, or if you are a company yourself that is interested in sponsoring this whole endeavor, please let me know. We can definitely talk on the phone, or if you're local, we can meet up. I'd love to hear what your ideas are, and I can give you a official sponsorship proposal. My company insures the vehicle, so there shouldn't be any concerns there, and I will be running all of the any sponsorship through my company. So it's definitely an official deal. It's not like you're just handing over money to some guy that has a race car. I've been that guy in the past, but I don't want to be that guy anymore. So without further ado, though, I'm going to let you go, and hopefully you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.